Hello, good morning, dear students. Welcome to digital classes. This is our chemistry period, and as yesterday we have started our unit 3, classification of element and periodicity in properties. So today we are talking about the history of classification of element. So let's start the history of classification of element. So before going to start the history of classification of element, let's discuss about some important facts. So dear students, as you know that total element known at present is more than 118 that you have studied in 10th class. Classification of those elements, basically those 118 elements are classified into metal, non-metal and metalloid, in which most of these are metals and very few are there which is non-metal and metalloid. And periodicity is playing very important role in correlating the properties that we will discuss today. So let's understand the history of classification of element. History means its origin, from where the periodic table has origin. And classification is to divide all the elements in groups on the basis of their physical properties, and elements are basically divided into metal, non-metal and metalloid. So before going to start its proper history, let's discuss this question: why do we need to classify elements? It is very difficult to study individually the chemistry of 118 elements, and there are millions of compounds. Thus it was necessary to search for a systematic way of organizing knowledge of scientists by classifying the elements. So there is need to classify because it would rationalize known chemical facts. It will help us to know the basic chemistry between the elements. Second, it would help in predicting new chemical facts for further studies. It will help us to find out the new elements also in future. So let's start the basic history of classification of elements. Basically we will talk about three basic classification. Dear students, nothing is new. This is already you have done in fifth chapter of the 10th class, that is periodic classification. There also we have studied about the Daubeney triads, Newlands Law of Octave and Mendel's periodic table. So this is Daubeney triads in 1817 given by John Daubeney, Newlands Law of Octave 1866 by John Newlands, and Mendel's periodic table 1869 by Dmitry Mendeleev. Whereas Mendelev's contribution was remarkable, so he known as father of periodic table. So Daubeney triads. Today in this particular class we will talk about Daubeney and Newlands Law of Octave. Tomorrow I will teach you Mendelev's periodic table. So each classifications are interrelated to each other. So first one is triad. Triad means three. So this, by keeping this three relation in mind, let's discuss about this law. According to the law of triad by Daubeney, when elements are arranged in increasing order of atomic weight in a group, the three elements of the atomic weight on the basis of atomic weight of the middle element, in which out of three the middle elements is equal to the arithmetic mean average. How you are finding out the mean sum? In mathematics you did mean sum, that is the total mass of all the elements upon the how many number of elements are there, that is arithmetic mean of the atomic weight of other two elements. Let's understand with the help of this table. So Daubeney triads basically given four basic set, basically three set. This is not there, but just for your kind knowledge I am giving four set. He made the four group, in which each group three element he took. How he selected these three elements? There is very basic criteria: the mass of first element and the mass of third element. When he took out the average mean of first and third elements, so whatever mean was there, average, the sum of two elements upon how many number of time is there, 2 time, so it will give 23. Now he found which element is there whose atomic mass is near to this value, that element is kept in the center. So sodium he kept in the center by keeping the mass. So here the basic property is, basic relation is all elements are metals. All elements are metal. Second, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So he took chlorine and iodine, mass of chlorine and iodine first and third. So he found that the 81 is the mass of bromine, which is near about this one, and the second element he put this. Actually in this periodic table he selected first and third. He did little bit multiplication and average and studies, in which he found first element's mass and third element's mass. When we are taking out the average of first element and third elements, the mass average is going to be the atomic weight of second element. So he put the three group in which first and third atomic mass average is of the second mass. Okay, so in this way calcium, strontium, barium, calcium 40, strontium 137, average 177 upon 2, 88.5. So at 88 strontium is there. So here also relation is there. All elements are metal. Here all elements are non-metal and diametric atomic gas. Here all elements are metal. So because of that, it proved that this classification is little bit working. But although this classification was not that much remarkable, but it gives the foundation idea to other scientists to follow this kind of classification. Basically, some of the limitations were there. First limitations were all the known elements couldn't be arranged in triads. There were so many elements at that time it were discovered, but he just only classify of very few elements, because rest of the elements were not fitting in this system. So second, his classification was on the basis of atomic mass. His classification was on the basis of atomic mass. As you know, today's present periodic table, the classification is on the basis of atomic number. So this is the Dauvergne triads. Now we will discuss about Newlands law. Whatever limitations were there in Dauvergne triads, that was overcome by Newlands. You can say Dauvergne or you can say the Dauvergne. Okay. So the next scientist who contributed, that is Newlands, according to his Newlands Law of Octave. Now octave word is the hint, that is 8. And John Newlands, he was English scientist, and according to him, he arranged total 56 elements. According to atomic mass, his theory, his table was according to atomic mass. He was on the basis of musical note. He took these classification on the basis of music note. Those students who are music lover, they know there are 7 notes in the music, that is sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni. So you can see after ni again we need to see sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni. So every 8th element is coming same. If you start from re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa, again 8th number is same. So this is a common relationship. So he found this, he used this relation in the elements also. So at that time noble gas were not discovered, so he has not given any idea about noble gas. So let's discuss first about the Newlands law of octave. When the elements are arranged in an increasing order of atomic mass, when the elements are arranged in an increasing order of atomic mass, he found that every 8th element has the common property, yes, property similar to the first element. Let's see how it is there. According to, based on musical note, as I said. So according to his table, this side element, he found lithium 3, beryllium. This is also right now after lithium, beryllium is there, after beryllium, boron is there. But at that time he found lithium have mass number 3, beryllium 4. So you can see lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. There was no noble gas, so no neon. Sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. So right now also, at present also, below lithium, sodium, potassium are in same group. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium is in same group. But after that, he has not found any element which is having common property. So that's why this was the biggest limitation. His periodic table, although 56 elements were known at that time, but his periodic table has classified only up to calcium. So Newlands said that physical and chemical properties are repeated after every interval of 8th element. So this was his characteristics, and for these characteristics the Royal Society of London decorated the Newlands by awarding Davy Medal. He was awarded with Davy Medal in 1887. That is because of his contribution. So he has little bit framed a classification like with the column and groups. He was the first, but some limitations were there. Limitation can be taken in the form of drawback. It can be in the form of demerits. So first limitation is this classification was successful only up to calcium. In some cases he placed 2 elements in the same slot in a particular group, like cobalt and nickel in first group after chlorine. So this is chlorine. After chlorine, after potassium, there is cobalt and nickel. Newlands somehow thought that only 56 elements exist in nature. He was thinking like this that time. Only total 56 elements are there. But right now, you know, more than 100 elements are discovered. So no more elements were likely discovered, but this proved ultimately wrong. Fourth, when noble gas elements were discovered, in future when noble gas were discovered, so that these noble gases are going to disturb, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If noble gas placed, so 8th will come here, which is not having common property with this. So because of this was not there. That's why every 8th elements were coming same property. Okay. So conclusion of these two classification are both Dauvergne triad and Newlands law of octave classification were on the basis of atomic mass. This was the first conclusion, and on the basis of physical properties. elements has common properties after particular gap. This was one of the remarkable contribution. So because of these limitations, now one new type of classification came, that is Mendeleev's classification, that we are going to discuss in next video. Hope so you understood this and you enjoyed this video. So dear students, please, one PDF also I'm going to share for your self study, but it is my request again, already you have done it in 10th class, so keep on making the notes, keep on studying, keep on watching video one time, two time, three time, many time, until you will not understand. So again, subscribe YouTube channel also and watch the videos through YouTube channel also, so that you will get the clear visibility of these videos. Okay, so thank you, have a nice day, stay tuned, stay safe, stay home, keep your family also safe. Thank you, have a nice day.